Children, in previous video session, we discussed about the term, what is meant by oxidation, reduction, and how to calculate the oxidation number. Then types of redox reaction also we discussed up to the previous video session, right? So now in this video, we are going to study about how to balance the redox reaction. We all know what is meant by redox, when the oxidation and the reduction takes place simultaneously in a reaction is said to be a redox reaction. Okay. See now, we all know this balancing of redox reaction will be done by two methods. One is said to be an oxidation number method and another will be the ion electron method, right? See now, first let us see how to balance the redox reaction based on oxidation number method. See now, this oxidation number method will be done by 5 steps. Okay, 5 steps. The question will be given in this form only. Here you have to balance the reactant side and also the product side using this oxidation number. Okay, we all know how to calculate oxidation number of any compound. After finding the oxidation state, the first step is that we have to identify which undergo oxidation and which undergo reduction. So oxidation means we all know increase in oxidation number, that is said to be oxidation. Decrease in oxidation number is said to be a reduction reaction. See, let us take one example. Ferrous sulfate reacts with potassium permanganate along with H2SO4. Okay, see here what happened. We get the product manganese sulfate and potassium sulfate along with ferric sulfate. So now FeSO4 will have +2 oxidation state, and here this Fe2SO4 rise that will have +3 oxidation state. Here I have solved for this Fe2SO4 rise. Here in this form you are not supposed to take individually as sulfur and oxygen. They have given the whole compound in the bracket. So which means you have to take it as a single. So which means it is said to be a sulfate. You are not supposed to write for individually sulfur and oxygen. You have to go for this manner. So now 2x plus 3 constituent atoms of sulfate SO4. So now 3 into -2. Here no charge. So simply we have to write as 0. So now 2x minus 6, that will be equal to 0. And finally we get x is equal to +3. So which means this Fe2SO4 rise, in that Fe will have the oxidation state of +3. So +2 to +3. So which means their oxidation number increases by 1 unit. So now it is said to be an oxidation reaction. And here in KMnO4, manganese from the reactant side +7, whereas in the product side it has the oxidation state of +2. So which means 5 difference. So it gets reduced. So it is said to be a reduction reaction. So whenever a reaction given means to find you have to find the oxidation number, that is to balance based on this method. First of all you have to find the oxidation number, and after that you have to identify which undergo oxidation and which undergo reduction. So this will be the first step. Let me move on to the second step. Crisscross the number of electron transfer. So crisscross is nothing but just cross multiplying it. See here in this example, that is I am written the same reaction. In that we all know from FeSO4 in the reactant side +2 oxidation state, whereas here +3. Here what we have to do is that we have to cross multiply. Before that we have to find their differences, and here +2. So +2 +3 ரெண்டுத்துக்கும் எவ்வளவு differences எடுத்து மைனஸ் பண்ணுங்க. எவ்வளவு வருது? 1 electron. So 1 electron into here in the reactant side Fe, 1 Fe present, whereas in the product side 2 Fe. So which means we have to multiply it by 2 so that we get 2. And here in KMnO4 manganese will have +5. and here in this side manganese will have plus 2. So 7 minus 2 will be 5 electrons. So the difference will be 5 electrons into how many manganese we have to solve? That is for 2 electron differences. So which means 2 into 5, that is here we are multiplied by 2, right? Same we have to do here. So which means we get 2 into 5, 10. So now we have to cross multiply it. So now after cross multiplying it, we get, that is the 10 that we obtained here, that we have to multiply it with FeSO4, and here this 2 will be multiplied to the KMnO4. So now your reaction will become like this. 10 FeSO4, that is here this side will have to go on this side, and here this 2 will have to go here this side. So which means 2 KMnO4. So your reaction will be like this after cross multiplying it. And in the third step, we have to balance the reactant and the product, that is which is oxidized and which is reduced. So oxidized means it is said to be an reducing agent or reductant. Reduced means it will be the oxidizing agent or oxidant. Okay. So just recall the point whenever you are seeing this kinds of word. So now I have written the same reaction, and here in this we have to balance the reactant and the product side. So previously we get 10 FeSO4, and here the reaction is not balanced on the product side. Okay, so now if you see in the reactant side 10 Fe, whereas in the product side if I put 5 into 2 will become 10, and again in here in KMnO4 the K in the reactant side have 2 moles, whereas in the product side also K2, here also 2 moles, that gets balanced, whereas the manganese in the reactant side 2 and the product side it's not balanced previously, so that we have to balance by multiplying it with the same number 2. Okay, so the step 4 will be we have to balance the other element except hydrogen and oxygen. Leaving hydrogen and oxygen, the all other elements should be balanced. So if we balance, the reaction will become like this. Thus you have to count the number of element present. Okay, so previously ferrous sulfate and then potassium permanganate are balanced, and here leaving this hydrogen and oxygen you look for this sulfur. Here sulfur 5. Here you see first we get 15 sulfur, that is here 3, right, and here 5 into 3 will be 15 sulfur, and here in this side manganese 2 sulfur, and again here in K2SO4 1 sulfur, so totally you will have 18 sulfur. So now that we have to balance. After balancing it, we have to balance the hydrogen and oxygen atom. So if we balance the hydrogen and oxygen atom, the overall reaction will become like this, that I have mentioned in the black color font. Okay, so once if you count, here you see in the reactant side FeSO4 10 moles, whereas in the product side 5 into 2 it will become 10, the same. So Fe get balanced, and again if you count for the sulfur, here also the same, 5 into 3 15. Okay, and again plus 2, 15 plus 2 17, here 1 sulfur 18 sulfur. If you check for the reactant side, here 10 into 1 will be 10, and here 8 into 1 will be 8. Just add both the 10 and 8, you will get 18. So sulfur also will get balanced. The same for the K and then manganese. K2, here 2K, so it gets balanced. And manganese 2Mn, and here also 2Mn. Again if you check for this hydrogen, 8 into 2 16, and here 8 into 2 16. Oxygen, just count 10, and here 4. 10 into 4 will be 40, and again 4 into 2, 8. So 48, again 8 fours are 32. So 32 and again 8 plus 40. So totally you will get the oxygen atom of about in the product side as the same number of oxygen atom in the product side also. Okay. So this will be the final equation. So that's all about this oxidation number method. So first you have to identify which one is oxidation and reduction, and in second step you have to cross multiply it with the how much of electron transfer, and in the third step balance the reactant and product, that is which gets oxidized and which gets reduced, and in the fourth step we have to balance all the element leaving hydrogen and oxygen, and in the fifth step we have to balance the hydrogen and oxygen, so that you will get the final equation. So after you have completed this, then you have to check all the element moles. Okay. So once if you are confirmed with that, then you have to tell the reaction is completely balanced based on the oxidation number method. We have to follow these steps. Okay. So if we try the same steps with the some more example, then you feel much easier. Okay. So we'll see the second method, ion electron method, in the next video.